and I just think it's going to be a great experience for me to go live across the country in a state that I've only been to twice. I went to Tampa. I've been twice. Hey guys, what's up? It's Disneyland Banana. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please be sure to hit that subscribe button to follow me along on all of my Disney and college adventures. First things first, I would like to give a shout out to Aaron and Thomas for helping me hit 100 subscribers. Oh my gosh! Actually, a huge thank you to all 105 of you currently. I never thought that I would hit 100 subscribers, especially not in 3 months after creating my channel before I even left for the Disney College program. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. So if you guys noticed, I have a little bit of a different background behind me today. It's not my usual dorm setup. That is because I moved out of my dorm a little over a month ago and I'm back home. I wish I could tell you this was my room because it's super duper cute. It's not. We have a little like shed out in the backyard that my sister has kind of created into like a hangout space, and my room is full of all of my dorm stuff and the stuff that was already there, so it's just kind of a mess, and I might film in there at some point, but she told me I could use this space to film it, so why not? So today's video is a topic that I actually researched a ton before I applied for the Disney College program, and it is the DCP application process. I am going to give you guys a quick summary of how to apply for the program, my own personal experience in applying for the program, and I'm gonna answer some super awesome questions that were asked on my Instagram at Disneyland Banana. The whole process is pretty straightforward and not like overly confusing, but there are a lot of steps that go into it, so I'm hoping that this video can help clarify any questions that you guys might have. Let's get started! The first step in applying for the Disney College program is honestly pretty simple. You can either just Google Disney College program application and it'll pop up, or you can visit the link that I will put down there just to make it easier for you. Alright, so I've got my computer right here and I am looking at my own application right now on the portal, because once you apply you can go back into your portal and see like your own application, which is pretty cool. So like this stuff is exactly what was on my application. In the online application, they ask you really basic stuff just to get you to know you on like a surface level. They have you fill out your personal info, your education history, your work experience, all that good stuff. Have you ever worked for Disney before, etc., etc. Then they go into your interest for each program. It starts with, are you interested in Walt Disney World? If so, what roles are you interested in and how much? Then it asks the same questions for Disneyland. It finally makes sure you are eligible to work in the United States, and it asks you if you can speak a language other than English. That's basically it. You press submit and the waiting game begins. If you make it past the initial application, you will get an email that says, "Thank you for applying. Based on the information in your application, you've been selected to do a web-based interview," or WBI. The WBI must be done within 3 days of receiving that email. The WBI to me really just felt like a personality test. They really just seem like they want to make sure that you are the type of person that they want working for their company. The WBI took me about 20 minutes to complete, and it's really just a long questionnaire so that they can get to know you. Once you finish the WBI, if you pass, you get a little pop-up on the screen that says, "Congratulations, you've moved on to the phone interview round." So you're directed to the next screen where you can see this big calendar for the next couple weeks, and you get to pick a date and time that you think would work for your schedule to make a phone interview. So the phone interview is the next step. They tell you to be prepared for a call anywhere between 15 minutes before and 15 minutes after your scheduled time. The phone interview consists of all sorts of questions. I could seriously make a video on all the questions they asked me. Maybe I should. Let me know if you'd like to see that in the comments. Anyway, they start with the basics, just, going over your information, making sure everything's right. They're really just trying to like ease you into a conversation with them because they know that you're nervous. Then they move on to like your work experience, your school experience. They ask you if you've ever lived away from home. They want to know all about that. I got so many questions about that. Then they move on to the Disney College program related questions, and they ask you about your rankings, about Disney World versus Disneyland, and all your roles. They make sure it's all correct. They also gave me some hypothetical questions about each role that I had ranked, and that was kind of terrifying because I wasn't prepared for that, but it was also really fun to like imagine myself in each of those situations. The phone interview is relatively short and it lasts 15 to 20 minutes. If you do well on your phone interview, you will receive an email that says, "Congratulations, you have been selected to participate in the Disney College Program at either Disney World or Disneyland." And that's basically it for the whole application process. So my own personal experience, since I know you all care so much. I personally applied for the Fall 2019 program. So the application for Fall 2019 opened on January 22nd, 2019, and I applied that very same day. I honestly don't know if there's any benefits to applying earlier rather than later, or vice versa, but for me, I liked it because I was able to hear everything a lot earlier than some people. In my initial application, I filled out all the personal information, my work experience, my school experience, all that stuff, and then I ranked Walt Disney World first and then Disneyland second, and that's purely because I am a Disneyland annual pass holder and I go to Disneyland all the time, and if I was doing the college program in Disneyland, there's no point. Like, I go to school 45 minutes from Disneyland, I could just go get a part-time job there. Like, doing the college program, I can go live in Florida and not have to like permanently move myself there. And I just think it's gonna be a great experience for me to go live across the country in a state that I've only been to twice. I went to Tampa. I've been twice. So as I said earlier, I am looking at my application on my portal. So I'm like reading this to you guys verbatim, and I ranked the roles as follows. For Walt Disney World, no interest, I put lifeguard. Low interest, I put custodial, house person, and quick service food and beverage. Moderate interest, I put Bippity Boppity Boutique and Pirates League, just because I know it's such a competitive role. Character attendant and merchandise. And high interest, I put attractions, character performer, photo pass, and vacation planner. Then at Disneyland, I put no interest for lifeguard, low interest for custodial, busser, quick service food and beverage, food prep, and transportation and parking. I put moderate interest for quick service food and beverage cashier and Disney desk, and high interest for attractions, park grader, retail sales clerk, and vacation planner. That's so weird, like reading back my interests, because the more that I like learn about the roles, I'm like, oh my god, I should have ranked everything moderate and high interest. Like, I was so silly. Little January me who knew nothing about Disney College Program. It's fine. I received an email on January 23rd, 2019, so the day after I applied, saying that I had moved on to the WBI, which was really, really exciting. I did my WBI like a minute after I got my email saying that I had moved on. And I completed that within like 15, 20, I think I said 20 minutes. Yeah, 15, 20 minutes. And then I got the pop-up saying I made it to the phone interview, and I scheduled my phone interview that day. So all of this has happened within 24 hours of me applying. So I scheduled my phone interview for January 29th. So again, I applied on January 22nd, I got the WBI on the 23rd, and I scheduled my phone interview for the 29th. I honestly think the phone interview was the scariest part for me, and that's just because before that I was just on a computer pressing buttons, and if I got rejected, it was just some algorithm or some numbers thing, and it wasn't about me. But doing the phone interview, I felt like I was really nervous and I might mess up. What if I stuttered? What if I, all these random what if questions, because I overthink everything, and I was just worried that if I got rejected at that point, it would be more about me and not about the numbers, which is just silly when I think back. Even though I was scared, I just believed in myself and I knew that I could do it because this is something that I really want to do. So I got on the phone with my recruiter, Amy, about 5 minutes after my scheduled time. So 10:45 comes, it's 15 minutes before my appointment, I'm sitting there, my phone is just waiting, I'm just sitting there waiting. 11 o'clock comes, no call, I'm still like, oh, I'm getting antsy. And then it's 11:01, no call, 11:02, no call, 11:03, no call. I think she called me somewhere around 11:05, maybe 11:07, I don't know. It was a little after my scheduled time, but those moments just leading up felt like the longest ever, and I was so nervous. And then I all of a sudden hear the Main Street Electrical Parade song start playing. That's my ringtone. And I look and it said unknown caller, and I was like, but I picked it up and she said, "Hi, I'm Amy, I'm calling from Disney." And I was like, ah! So exciting. If you're nervous, it is totally okay. I was literally shaking until I got on the phone and started talking to Amy. But like, really, that's their job. They deal with nervous kids all the time. So like, they're gonna help you calm down. They're totally good at it. And Amy was just so nice, and I was fine after about like 2 minutes on the phone. So we started with, like I said, the basic stuff, and then we moved on to my previous work experience. So she was asking me all about being a camp counselor, which was super fun for me because that's like, I have the best job in the world. I work with kids all summer long and it's amazing. So I got to talk about that all the time. Then she was asking me about working in the heat, working in the air conditioning. Then she gave me hypotheticals about being a character attendant and being in attractions, which I was absolutely terrified answering those hypotheticals. And I remember getting off the phone and saying to my mom, "I think I answered the hypotheticals wrong." And my mom was like, "It's fine." Also, she just chatted with me a little bit. I don't remember at what point we chatted, but she was really excited to hear that I've only been to Disney World once, and that's where I wanted to go. And I remember like telling her about being a Disneyland annual pass holder, so she thought that was really cool. They totally want to know if you love Disney, so I talked her ear off about being an annual pass holder and how much I love Disneyland. It was honestly a really cool experience, and I think that it helped me to learn how to like interview better in the future. If I moved, it's because my sister just came home and my dog was freaking out, so I had to go deal with her. The dog, not my sister. So I spent the next week, like a grand total of 7 days, overthinking everything that I said and replaying the conversation over and over and over again. Oh, it was brutal. I was like so certain that I didn't do as well as I had hoped. Like, I don't know, I was like, what if my voice was shaky, or what if they don't like that I stopped to think for a second on the phone, or any other minor detail that I could possibly pick at, I was picking at. Then finally, on February 5th, 2019, exactly 1 week after my phone interview, I was in my dorm room with my roommate, and I went over to grab my phone because I was going to show her something I'd seen on Instagram or something like that. And I pick up my phone, and there is a notification from Gmail from "Do not reply" was the email address, and the subject line just said "Congratulations." And I started screaming, and my roommate's like, what? I'm like, I got it. And she was like, "Oh my God." And we were like freaking out and hugging. So if you were in my building, in my floor, and you heard screaming on February 5th, that's why. It was such an awesome moment. And then of course I had to go and call all my friends and my family and just like, "I'm going to Disney World." The whole process for me from beginning to end took 14 days. I know for a lot of people it takes a lot longer than that, but I got really lucky and I was accepted in the first wave. My role, if I haven't mentioned it before, is merchandise. And it's kind of funny to me because when I look back at my application, I see that I put it as a moderate rank, but when I found out I got merchandise, I remember being so excited about it, like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna be merchandise, I'm gonna work in one of the stores, it's so cool." And then now I'm like, I only put it as moderate? That's weird. So I don't know. It doesn't seem like they take your preferences into account very much. They kind of just put you where they need you. So they needed people for merch apparently, and they stuck me there, which I'm really, really excited about. Okay, so now on to the next part is the Q&A. I'm really excited about this. I put up a question on my Instagram, and these are questions that I was asked there. If you ever have any questions for me, feel free to DM me on Instagram or comment them below. I'm very active on both YouTube and Instagram, so I would love to interact with you guys more. So the first question is, what made you want to apply? And that is from @Veronica Patton. Hi, Veronica. So what made me want to apply is I'm a huge Disney nerd, and I want to be doing everything and anything Disney that I can. As soon as I heard about DCP and I kind of researched it and I saw how much of the alumni love it, I was like, all right, I have to do it. The next question is, how was your application process? And that is from @Kayla.Suzanne. Hi, Kayla. So my application process, I got accepted, so it's amazing. It was terrifying, but amazing. And I can't complain because I got accepted and I got a great role, so it's awesome. Ellie, what are you doing? You wanna come in? No, she just wants, oh yeah, she's coming. Lulu, come here. Come on, do you wanna be in the video? Come on. Oh. Okay, Ellie's gonna be in the video now. She's just gonna hang out right there. Quick, go. Okay. Oh, by the way, meet my dog. Oh, she's falling over. She's so cute. I love you. The next question is, what was the hardest part about the application? And that is from Kylie's Kingdoms. Hi Kylie, that's my roommate. I hope, fingers crossed. The hardest part for me was definitely the waiting. I mean, like I said, I only waited 14 days total to find out, and I know that a lot of people wait a lot longer, but the anticipation in those 14 days is just absolutely insane, because it was all I was thinking about. Like, I would go to class and I'd be like, oh, let me check my phone. Have they emailed me? Have they texted me? Like, what's going on? I need to check my portal. It was so crazy. It's almost like when you apply for college, like how nerve-wracking that is. But at least applying for the DCP only took me 14 days, not like 4 months. The next question is, at the program, are you gonna still be taking college courses, but just in Disney? And this is from @LivCoxon. Hi, Olivia. So, no, unfortunately, I will not be taking college courses or any courses whatsoever while I am in Disney. And this is because, according to my academic advisor, my school does not have a hospitality and tourism management major or program at all. So the college or the courses that they offer at Disney don't like transfer, the credits don't transfer from Disney to UC Riverside. So I think it really just depends on your school, because I know that some people get internship credit for this. I know some people will get college credit for this, but for me personally, I won't. So I just don't feel the need to be like overloading myself with working full-time and taking classes if I'm not gonna get credit for that. The next question is, what are the odds of getting in? And this is from @__Emma.Coleman__. Hi Emma. So this question is hard because I honestly have no idea what the odds of getting in are, and I don't think anybody knows for sure. I think it really depends a lot on what program you apply for, what year it is, how many applicants there are, and then it also depends on if you're applying for Disney World or Disneyland. So like, I know that the Disney World program overall is bigger. I don't know the exact numbers, but I know it's bigger than the program at Disneyland. So my guess is your chances of getting in to Disney World are probably better than getting into Disneyland, but I don't know, and I don't think anybody knows. The next question is, do you get to pick what you'll be doing, or is it assigned? And that's from @DisneyGirl_89. Hi Megan, that's my cousin. No, you don't get to pick. I mean, you get to list your preferences, but it's really about what does Disney need at that moment and how they think you would fit in each role. So you do get to put your preferences as to what you want, but you don't get to say, I want to be merch, or I want to be attractions, and then they just give it to you. So it's all kind of up to Disney. Okay, so the next question is, oh my gosh, when do you go? And that's from Jocelyn Marie. Thank you for this question. It's my favorite question. So I leave California in exactly 5 weeks from today. Today is Saturday, so I leave on August 24th. I will be getting on a plane and flying to Orlando. It's kind of crazy that it's that close. And I move into Disney housing on August 26th. I can't wait. The final question is from Snehal, and it says, wait, you're doing the DCP? Wait, I like Disney? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that it was informative. If you are thinking about applying for the Disney College Program in the future, I say do it, do it, do it. It is so awesome. You won't regret it. If you have any more questions at all, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram @DisneylandBanana, or comment any questions you have here on YouTube. I love, love, love talking to you guys. As always, please give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe because I have lots of fun videos planned for the future. Thank you guys again so much, and I will see you all next week. Bye! Ellie, say bye!